Did you know short story from Anton Chekov called The Bat? Let me tell you. It was dark autumn night. The old banker was passing from corner to corner of his room, recalling to his mind the meeting he gave in 15 years before. There were many clever and important people at the meeting and many interesting conversations. After the meeting, they talked among other things of capital punishment. The guests, among them not a few scholars and journalists, for the most part disapproved of capital punishment. They found it obsolete as a means of punishment, unfitted to a Christian state, and immoral. Some of them thought that capital punishment should be replaced universally by life imprisonment.
Okay, our meeting today has ended. I hope this is the best result for us. Hope you all satisfied with the result. Thank you for your nice attention and thanks for your time.
Wait, how do you think about which one do you choose? Capital punishment or life imprisonment?
They're both equally immoral because the purpose is the same, to take away life. Capital punishment and life imprisonment are equally immoral, but if I were offered the choice between them, I would certainly choose the second. Why do you choose the second? Because it's better to live somehow than not to live at all.
It's a lie. I bet you 2 million you wouldn't stick in the cell even for 5 years.
If you mean it seriously,
Then I'll bet you I'll stay there for 15 years. 15? Okay. Done. Ladies and gentlemen, I stake 2 million.
agree. You stake 2 millions, I stake my freedom.
And now, the banker passing from corner to corner recalled all this and asked himself,
Why did I make f***ing bet? What's the good? The lawyer loses 15 years of his life, and I throw 2 millions. Will it convince people that capital punishment is worse or better than imprisonment for life? No. All stuff and rubbish.
he recollected further what happened after the meeting. It was decided that the lawyer must undergo his imprisonment under the strictest observation in the banker house. It was agreed that during the period he would be deprived of the right to cross the threshold, to see living people, to hear human voices, and to receive letters and newspapers. The agreement provided for all the minute details, which made the confinement strictly solitary, and it obliged the lawyer to remain exactly 15 years from 12 o'clock of November 4th, 1885. During the first year of imprisonment, the lawyer, as far as it was possible to judge from his short notes, suffered terribly from loneliness and boredom. From day and night came the sound of the guitar. During the first year, the lawyer was sent books of a light character, novels with a complicated love interest, stories of crime and fantasy, comedies, and so on. In the second year, the guitar was no longer heard, and the lawyer asked only for classes. In the second half of 6th year, the prisoner began zealously to study languages, philosophy, and history. He fell on these subjects so hungrily that the banker hardly had time to get books enough for him. It was while that passion lasted the banker received the following letter from the prisoner.
My dear girl, I'm writing these lines in 6 languages. Show them to experts. Let them read them. If they do not find one single mistake, I beg you to give orders to have a gun tied off in the garden. By my noise, I shall know that my efforts have not been in vain. The geniuses of all ages and countries speak in different languages, but in them all burn the same flame. Oh, if you knew my heavenly happiness now, then I can understand them.
Tomorrow at 12 o'clock, he received his freedom. Under the agreement, I shall have to pay him 2 millions. If I pay, it's all over with me. I'm running forever.
15 years before, he has too many millions to count. But now, he was afraid to ask himself which he had more of money debts, gambling, and the recklessness of which he could not rid himself even in old age.
That cursed bag. Why didn't the man die? He's only 40 years old. He will take away my last fortune, marry, enjoy life, gamble on the nation. And I will look unlike and feels bigger and hear the same word from him every day. I am obligated to you for the happiness of my life. Let me help you. No, it's too much. The only escape from bankruptcy and disgrace is that the man shall die.
The clock had just struck 3. The banker was listening. He trying to check in the house that everyone was asleep, and one could hear only the frozen trees whining outside the windows. The banker tapped on the windows with his fingers. The banker going to the lawyer's prison to check the lawyer. When he opened the prison door, he shocked. He looked at the bed. There is people lying down in the bed. The color of his face is yellow of an earthy shade. The cheeks were sunken, the back long and narrow. He is so skinny. In the prison lay a sheet of paper on which something was written in a tiny hand. The banker took that sheet of paper and read it.
Tomorrow, at 12 o'clock midnight, I shall obtain my freedom and the right to mix with people. But before I leave this room, and I see the sun, I think it's necessary to say a few words to you. On my own clear conscience and before God who sees me, I declare to you that I despise freedom, life, health, and all that your books call the blessings of the world. For 15 years, I have diligently studied earthly life. True, I saw neither the earth nor the people, but in your books I drank fragrant wine, sang songs, hunted deer, and with both in the forest, loved woman and beautiful woman. Like clothes ethereal, created by the magic of your poet's genius, visited me by night and whispered to me wonderful tales, which made my heart drunken. In your book, I climbed the summits of Elbrus and Mont Blanc, and saw from there how the sun rose in the morning, and in the evening suffused the sky. The ocean and lay mountain rides with a purple gold. I saw from there how lightning glimmered above me, lightnings glimmered cleaving clouds. I saw green forests, fields, rivers, lakes, cities. I heard sirens singing, and the playing of the pips of pen. I touched the wings of beautiful devils, came flying to me to speak of God. In your books I cast myself into bottomless abysses, worked miracles, burnt cities to the ground, preached new religions, conquered whole countries. Your books gave me wisdom. All that unwearying human talks great in the centuries is compressed to a little lamb in my school. I know that I am cleverer than you all, and I despise your books, despise all worldly blessings and wisdom. Everything is void, frail, visionary, and delusive as a mirage. So you are proud and wise and beautiful, yet death will wipe you from the face of the earth like the mice underground, and your posterity, your history, and the immorality of your men of genius will be as frozen slag, burned down together with the terrestrial globe. You are mad and gone the wrong way. You take falsehood for truth and ugliness for beauty. You would marvel if suddenly apple and orange trees should bear frogs and lizards instead of fruit, and if roses should begin to breathe the odor of a sweating horse. So do I marvel at you, who have birthed heaven for earth? I don't want to understand, that I may show you indeed my contempt for that by which you live. I wave into the millions of which I once dreamed of a paradise, and which I now despise, that I may deprive myself of my right to them. I shall come out from here 5 minutes before the sepulchral term, and thus shall violate the agreement.
When he had read, the banker put the seat on the table, kissed the head of the straying man, and began to weep. He went out of the prison. Never at any other time, not even after his terrible losses on the exchange, had he felt such contempt for himself as now. Coming home, he lay down on his bed, but agitation and tears kept him a long time from sleeping. The end.
Why did I fucking respect?
Oke, minumnya ulangin lagi. Kamera. Peteng. Peteng.
Diatur cahayanya.
Udah,